Today we are going to talk about the distributive property. We have examples here both numerically and algebraically. Let's take a look at numerically first. If I have 3 being multiplied with the sum of 7 and 2, I can take that outside 3 and distribute it to each term inside my parentheses. So that would look like 3 times 7 and then 3 times 2. I can then simplify that down to get a more simplified expression. I can do this when I have either addition or subtraction in my parentheses. That 3 distributes to both terms and then can be simplified out. Algebraically, we use letters, right? So if I have a letter A outside my parentheses being multiplied by the sum of B and C, I can take that A, distribute it to the B and to the C, and then simplify it out. This is how we simplify our expressions down as simple as we can go. Again, when there is addition or subtraction inside of our parentheses. Now, when we have the parentheses still, this is called factored form. When we have distributed, once everything's distributed, this is called expanded form. We've expanded it out. Once we expand it out like this, we can then simplify it down. So we would get 3 times 7, which is 21, minus 3 times 2, which is 6. So we would take 21 minus 6, getting you a expression of value of 15. Okay, so we would expand it out to then simplify. Today we are specifically talking about taking our factored form and turning it into expanded form. So let's try a couple of examples. I'm going to start with our area models. These area models help break apart our distributive property a little bit better. So when I have something like this, my area model, 2 and 11 are inside of my parentheses. So I'm going to write out my factored form here. I've got 5 parentheses 2 plus 11. All right. So now using the area model, I say, okay, what's 5 times 2? Well, it's 10. And then I've got, okay, 5 times 11, which is 55. So my expanded form would start off by saying, okay, 5 times 2 plus 5 times 11, but that would simplify down to 10 plus 55. We have distributed our 5 out. Okay, let's try this one here. We've got our parentheses around the top. I'm going to distribute that 4 to that x. 4 times x is 4x. Then I've got 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. My factored form is with the 4 outside, x plus 4. When I expand that out, I've got 4 times x plus 4 times 4. Now I simplify that to say 4x plus 16. So this is my simplified version of my expanded form. Now, this is with the area models. We won't always be given area models, although you can draw them if you would like. Let's take a look down here. We are just given that factored form. We know that we need to distribute that 3 to both terms inside. So that would look expanded 3 times 7 plus 3 times 3. Now I can simplify that down. 21 plus 27. I could simplify that down even further to get me 48. Okay, so this would be my simplified version of my expanded form. Over here, we've got 9 times, in parentheses, x minus 7. So we, again, want to distribute that 9. We've got subtraction here, so we don't want to lose it. We'd say 9x, 9 times 7 is 63. So again, expanded, we'd be 9 times x minus 9 times 7. I simplify it down to be 9x minus 63.